All right, this is the follow-up to the GreatStockPicks.com free pick from this week. It was GERN. Remember, we said we liked it at 605, a break of Friday's high. The good chance that would get us to 607, a break of last week's high, and possibly through 623. This another catalyst from earlier last month, and then you even had another catalyst appear. So it looked like it was set to break out. As we said in the video, if it gaps up above our triggers or down below, then we'll have to reassess as the day unfolds in our chat room as to how we're going to trade it. So there's today's candle added in. Now, using 5-minute candles, I went ahead and when this thing, after the gap up, sold off, when it started to show some strength again, I said if it breaks the previous 5-minute candles high, I'm going to buy it. 614 would have been the trigger on after 10 minutes of trading, and you can see right here, it did trigger 614, and just a couple minutes later took out the high of the day, and then the early shorts from the gap up are in trouble, and so quickly went to 634 from 614. 20-cent move on a $6 stock, not bad. As always, we teach members to scale out as soon as it starts to move in our direction, and then a worst case stop, if you keep any, would be break even. And eventually it did work its way back down and stop out if anyone kept any other shares. So, you know, an okay move. Like I said, we're going to send out another free pick this week because GERN isn't something I normally would have called because its average daily volume is not quite up to what we look for. So it really just kind of meandered around sideways the rest of the day. We'll share a couple with you, though, using a new strategy in our chat room that's been pretty good to us. HGSI, we grabbed right here. Worst case stop right here. The trigger 25.20, and the worst case stop 21 cents below at 24.99. And you can see it's another one of those that really within 10 minutes, it's up to 25.40. We start selling some, get to a break-even stop, and this thing moved over $1 over the course of the next 30 minutes and never really looked back at our stop. Yes, near the, later in the day, but we don't ever round trip stuff. If you get something moving straight up in your direction for 35 minutes or so, we scale out on the way up. We certainly don't say, hey, I want another $1 out of it, and then let it come down and end up, coming back to our entry. That's not how you trade. So HGSI was very nice. And then an ARO, teen retailer. That's not it. I didn't type it in right. ARO, again, using another version of our new strategy, grabbed right in here. And this is a different strategy with a wider stop, so please understand, normally we have 10, 15 cent stops, and actually really this one wasn't that bad. 2307 trigger, and the stop was 24 cents below, so a little wider than normal, but we had to use the low of the day on this particular type of setup that we teach as the line in the sand stop. So the way, if you don't like a 24 cent stop, if you feel like you're risking too much money, you can still take the trade and simply cut your position size down. If you normally trade 1,000 shares, you can go 500 or adjust that way, and that's what we teach our members too. So it's always a way, if a setup strikes your fancy, if you will, but the stop based on the chart is a little bit wider, just cut your position size down, and then you can still allow the trade to work. So ARO from 2307 eventually made it all the way to 2370. Very nice move again on 24 cents a share risk that never got stopped, and a nice close there too. Wasn't too much else. I actually had some technical difficulties and couldn't, had some firewall issues. I couldn't even get into my own chat room for a couple hours today. Thank you, Comcast. But we've got that resolved. So not a lot of calls today. I mean, a couple others, but nothing to really brag about. MVIS over this little tight base here, and it moved only a few cents, but it's a small, lower volume stock that I normally wouldn't call anyway. And GMCR was very squinky today, but we did call it at one point somewhere right around here, and it moved a good 40 cents in our favor before it sold off again using one of our methods. And again, that was one that gave us money in our pocket pretty quickly, and break-even stop kept us out of trouble. So that's about it. Again, it was kind of a, if you traded today, it was a low volume day, and we should have some financial news coming out tomorrow. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll get a little bit more action. But anyway, some nice trades today, and we will wrap this up. Again, look for another free pick later this week, I think, because that GERN didn't quite have the volume that we look for. So we may send one out tonight or anytime later this week. All right, have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.